Now, here, I spoke about this earlier. Saturday is, of course, the Saturday rub, and this is what happens, Bill. We get together with Spud and Damo and Gaz and myself. Some of the most listened to radio of the week.
Cannot miss it.
And what's been happening lately is, fair to say, we've been feasting on our own a little.
Yeah, have we?
There's been some real angst in the group.
Under the bus. And
Well, and digging up old videos and old story.
Spud's old
Spud's
coaching.
application.
Spud's and 360-degree feedback and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And Spud's been at the front of it. He's loved it. He took us all down last week with a prepared sort of 15 minutes that I didn't think went as well as Spud thought it went. Anyway, this week has been dominated by one man.
Yes.
The Lone Wolf.
Oh, why?
Well, because he says he's got something for Saturday that is extraordinary. So I think we may have him on the line right now. Garry Lyon, welcome to the Rush Hour.
James, Will, Dave.
Oh, hello, Gary. You're very somber. What's going on, mate?
Formal.
I'm not saying I've got anything. You have something come across my desk that has just put me back on my heels. And don't discount yourself from this, Jim.
I'm not. No. I said it's about one of us. I don't know who it is.
Who's it about, Gaz? Do we know?
Well, of course I know, Bill.
Well, do we know?
Well,
No, probably not, because you won't tell us.
It is that big that I can't just go willy-nilly with this. Now, word of this came to me on a Monday, and it filtered out to some of our members. And by late Monday night when I left Footy Classified, I'm pretty certain I was followed home.
It was that big you were followed home.
And I'm not joking either.
And then you had to spend Tuesday basically in hiding.
Well, I missed this Tuesday footy show meeting, which I'd never done in 15 years.
You did?
I had to take myself off to a safe house.
Camouflage?
There is members of our group, our formerly very tight group, who are fractured to the point where it's every man for himself, and I had to get out. So this is shrouded in secrecy. This story involving this person and the level of deception involved has shocked me. It implies hypocrisy and a double standard of an unprecedented level.
Gary,
So-
all I'll say is this, and it is one
Don't
of the...
count yourself out.
No, it's one of the three of us,
So it's purple
myself or
or
Spud.
Spud, righto.
And don't forget Snorkel.
But generally, but he doesn't have enough cachet for you to go this hard.
Oh,
on the
that's
story
true. You can count him out.
Gary, all I know is that generally the man who does the most protesting may think he's the one who's about to cop it.
You've all been in a very similar boat because Warrior has been pestering me like I've never heard from him,
Yes.
begging me for a hint.
Spud?
Spud spent
Spud.
nigh on $400 in text yesterday.
He did.
400 easily, trying to work out whether he'd done something wrong.
Yes.
Jim, I think, remains silent to the point where he doesn't want to implicate himself anymore.
And
So
that is
anyway,
true.
I know people will be listening thinking I'm joking here.
Yes.
There'll be one man, no, probably two men that would be happy for me, and I haven't quite shored it up yet, but I think I will have it by Saturday.
Righto.
David Evans and James Hird will be wanting me to go with this.
Right.
It'll just take the heat straight off them, I'm telling you
Well,
now.
what time Saturday will you be going with it?
I have got a meeting.
Listen to the wolf.
Straight up.
I have got a meeting.
Oh, he's even having a little chuckle to himself now.
Before 12 o'clock with legal people.
Listen.
I know you think I'm joking.
Yes.
Just to see if I'm safe to go with this, and I will fire the bullet at about, if it's right, at about 12:15.
12:15.
Righto. 12:15 Saturday.
You reckon I'm joking about this? This is it'll reverberate. In fact, the person involved,
Yes.
I don't think will be able to continue on in the media.
Oh, Bill,
Wow.
did you hear that?
I did. Hope it's Spud.
I tell you what, never.
No.
I don't know how many years I've been doing this. It's got to be nearly 20.
Someone's gonna
Never
get
have I come to the studio with the levels of anticipation that I have today. Because it's just become... it's unravelled. It has unravelled in the face of four former mates who work together. And the wolf... on Monday declared that he had a story that was going to work to the fabric, to the very core of what this group and this station and these people represent.
Sitting next to Spud, he just texts me.
And Spud's that rebel. Spud is that unhinged purple that he's come in, grabbed some female perfume and sprayed it on himself. I can't get my head around this.
I've broken out in a sweat.
There's a lot going on. My wife and eldest daughter overseas. I'm looking after 2 youngsters at home.
And yourself.
And myself. Well, that's not even happening. And then Lone Grey Wolf here started texting on Monday night. And then it was ferocious for 3 days, but I thought he was with me. But all of a sudden, silence is golden, which suggests...
Hey. What do you mean?
Spud thinks it's him. That's what it is.
Well, I don't know, but you've got something top secret, apparently. Now, do you know something about it, Warrior? Because normally when you come in, there's a posse and you just launch. Do you know what it is?
I've got no idea. No, Gaz has kept this one
So
really
Gaz
close.
said
And I don't even think our esteemed leader knows what it's
he's
about.
got a dossier. He's got a 6-page report.
Is he looking everyone in the eye?
No, he hasn't. That's his problem.
Can't look me in the eye, which is a real concern.
Well, like you last week.
I'm not sure I'm going with
you're trying hard to look at me. See, I've known him for a long time.
I'm not
Wandering
sure.
eyes.
Spud, it was like you last week when you had me with the bloody treadmill. You couldn't look me in the eye.
Exactly, because I had to bring one of our own down. Now,
He's got
punter's eyes at the moment.
I'm not
He's got punter's eyes. One here, one there, one in this bloke.
Gary, you started telling us you got something on Monday
I'm
night.
not
You
sure,
then demanded
Warrior.
some airtime on the
I'm
rush
not
hour
sure
on
I'm going
Wednesday.
You reckon
to
you've
say
been
you've got it.
followed during the week?
And now you're not going to go with it.
I've had that confirmed.
You've had a tail?
I think a phone tap. So, like you, Warrior, I don't break news. That's not my go. You're the newsbreaker, and you won't go with it. You won't go with a story unless you are 100%. Will you?
No, I don't. No. Did that once before and got it wrong, so I don't anymore. No.
Well, it could be me today.
After the Michael Holding run-up, you're going to balk at the crease.
I've done all the work. I've paid good money for an investigative firm to be onto this, and they've sent me the report.
What sort of firm is it, Gaz? Is it a
investigations?
PI sort of style?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
CSI.
it's come in at just one. Let me just see. One,
Look at this.
2, 3.
Can't believe the amount of work.
3.5 pages. So I'm just working through it. So you blokes might have to do this.
Can you just
first
tell
bit.
it? Is it a one incident, or is it an accumulation of events that have got you this document, or is it? I just
Shut up,
need to know
Warrior.
something, Gaz.
Just hold your horses, mate. You'll find out. And if it's about you, it's about you. So anyway, when are we going to do?
Well, no, that'll come at about 12:30. We've got the game to discuss and a few other things.
It's
But,
not. Can I just say off the top, it's not confirmed just yet.
well, all I know is this. There's been some preemptive striking on text this morning. Blokes trying to just put a last shot across the bow.
This is how. Hang on, let me get my phone out. I'm going to give you an example.
Go
of
on, give us an example.
The sort of defence or the sort of assumed support that has come my way over the past however long. And everyone takes a different approach to it. Spud, what he does, Spud, is he reaches out.
That's it.
Which I like. He reaches out and he says, I'm with you. Let's get him. I've never been so excited. Let's get him. Let's get him.
That's it.
And then when I'm not forthcoming with the story, he slowly turns, and in the end, I'm going to cave some bloke's head in this afternoon.
That's it.
Warrior, on the other hand, went down a sort of an analogy path.
He did, and it was a strange one.
And in the end, described
balls?
himself as Dermot Brereton.
He did.
In the
That's what he
89
did.
grand
He
final.
said, if you're prepared to be Yates, I'll be Brereton.
The Warrior has likened himself to Dermot Brereton.
Were you looking in the mirror at home when you text that and have a look at that big
I didn't
frame
think
of
about
yours?
it. I just texted it, and JB then said, you're comparing yourself to Dermot. And then Gary suggested that a chess analogy might have been better. So I then came up with the morning Gary Kasparov woke up and faced the computer. So I think he went down that day.
And Jim just said, I accept what it is. The Triple M
That's
way.
it.
Yep.
Always been, when it's your turn, you stick your head over the ball and you cop whatever's coming.
And the reason I'm hoping it's not
Yeah.
me, Spud, is because I've had 3 or 4
You
lately,
have
so I've had my turn.
No, you have this year.
It's probably time someone else copped it.
And I've been napalmed. I've been driven back over the bus many times. So you might open up an old wound, but I've got to give it stuff. Really, bring it on now because I am. You know what I'm like.
Yeah.
I'll cop it. I love giving it. I don't probably take it as well as
No,
I
you
should
don't,
at
Spud.
times.
That's
But what you will do, you'll turn on the bloke who's copping it. Once you-
I just hope it's not me.
All
I
right,
just want to
well,
launch.
12:30, and I tell you, the listening audience is quite extraordinary. The people, I've had texts that many this morning.
There's other radio stations listening at the
Yeah,
moment.
of course they are. Of course they are, Spud.
Are we going to talk
Stopped
footy at all?
a town.
What's the percentage chance you're going to go with it, Guess, as we speak?
85.
Oh, 85.
Yeah, he's going with it.
All right, 12:30. Make sure you're listening.
Before I start, I'm going to give the three of you the opportunity to put your hand up. Is there anything that you want to just own up to before I go?
Oh, Gary, I've done that many things.
Yeah.
So you can actually mention what it is, and you're highly likely to be right, but I can't put it down to one, no, I must admit.
It's 3 pages, so just give me some.
All right, here we go.
I take no joy in what I'm about to reveal. But I have a commitment to hundreds of thousands of Saturday Rub fans to ensure that they remain informed regardless of the consequences of my actions.
Prepared
And make no mistake, my safety will be compromised as a result of the findings of a week-long investigation that has confirmed, albeit to my personal dismay, a situation that remains hard for me to digest and
That
comprehend.
sounds it could be me. It's physical.
The Triple M Saturday team is the tightest knit team in the history of football media.
Yes, that's true.
Lou, Jack and Bob may have appeared to many as a united group, but they have nothing on this group. We share everything together.
Yes.
Our successes, our triumphs are celebrated with an understated modesty that embarrasses our competitors. How can they be so self-deprecating in the face of such achievements? They ask themselves. I have been moved to ponder the same baffling question. On the rare occasion when one of us fails to live up to the extraordinary high standards that we demand of each other, we resist the temptation to revel in the failures of one of our own, and instead we gather ourselves around them and wrap the symbolic Triple M wings.
That's a beautiful prose, Guess.
Highlighted by our logo and Dr. Dan around them, and offer nothing but encouraging words and heart-wrenching empathy
Oh, no.
until they are able to dust off the stench of failure and rejoin the team,
Oh, no.
albeit at the bottom of the peer ladder of respect. On this occasion, I can offer no such support.
Oh, no.
Oh, gee.
Over the years, we have been prepared to deal with the hand that God has provided us.
How's the preamble?
Warrior is as blind as batshit and can't see past his nose. But he nobly accepts he has to front up in public with a pair of Coke bottles strapped to his face just to get through the day. It's not a pretty sight, but he lives with it.
Your little drive-by?
Jim has to
I
exist
hope
in a
that's all it is for
world
me.
where those that he works with have been required to chisel frames of granite over the journey. I am no exception. How difficult it must be for him to front up each week with a sunken chest and arms of cotton. But he does regardless of his physical sense of inferiority.
Oh, no.
And yes, trimming up the body hair with a whippersnipper before I start each day is not a pleasurable experience. But it's something I must do if I'm not to be
This is
herded
not
up and
good.
dumped into the gorilla cage at the Melbourne Zoo.
Oh, no.
This is not good.
Oh, no.
Which leads me to Spud.
Oh, no.
The rugged son of a Bungaree potato farmer whose brothers-in-law, cousins and nephews, whilst never challenging for the cover of GQ magazine,
Yep.
remain comfortable in their own skin.
Yes.
When they look in the mirror, they have no choice but to play the hand they were dealt. And the great Spud Regis himself has been withering in his contempt for anyone that would dare try and alter the course the good Lord has provided by means other than hard work and good fortune.
Where's
Still
this going? It's a big
Still not, I'm normally,
He
I'm normally
refuses to even acknowledge that anyone may go down the hair hat path. Live with it, you conceited fool, was his response. Spray tans on males, would never talk to that person again.
Yes.
Moisturiser made him physically sick. Waxing,
Yep.
don't ever get changed in the same room as me again. But he reserved his most vicious and derisive comments for those that elected to go down the dental enhancement path.
Oh, no.
Now I'm on it.
His disdain and contempt for our great friend Tony Jones has been bordering on slanderous and disparaging in such a way that I fear it covered up a more sinister subplot.
Oh, no.
That subplot can be revealed today.
No.
Danny Frawley, the humble, self-effacing country boy whose whole public image is based on the knockabout larrigan that would rather walk a greyhound with his great mate Plugger
I'm
than
on
go
it
to a
now,
cosmetic shop with Michael Roberts,
Yes.
has succumbed to the lure of self-appeasement. In one of the most extraordinary about faces in recent history, Spud is now to be known as Chomper Frawley.
Spud!
One, two.
That's right.
I have.
The very thing that
I've had
killed
one.
Tony Jones. And I've been warning about for as long as I can remember now, sits proudly inside his
wouldn't have
puff
had
lips,
that.
gleaming like the sun on a Caramel beach.
No. I've had one.
Spud!
Chomp.
I'll tell you what happened.
Oh, no. Spud's had his chompers done!
I've had one. No. You're going to hear me out.
Oh, no, Spud.
I
cannot
will
know where he's
believe
going from.
what
not
I'm
throw
hearing.
anyone
I'll
under
give
the
you a look
bus.
at it. It's
I
just-
But
cannot
someone in
believe...
this studio alerted me to the fact.
I cannot believe what I've just heard
I can't
admitted.
either. No, I
Spud's
can't.
had
One.
the teeth done.
No. I'll tell you. All right, I've had one done. Look, all right, I can't get it out. Do you want me to get the bloody... It's not an excuse, it's a fact of life. Oh, can I get it out?
Come on, Chomp, get over it.
Okay, you'll... For the listeners out
They look
there,
like a movie screen.
I've had one done, mate.
That's
Because
unbelievable.
at the age...
I can't believe it. You're just going to comment.
One was sticking out like Bugs
Yeah,
Bunny. I've got this front chomper done.
I've lost something in the footwell of my car. Have a smile, 42.
What a you prick. Listen to you, Warrior. I'm not going to take it out on him, but can I actually get... No, I can't get it out, can I? The excuse. It's not an excuse, it's a fact.
Oh, no.
I had me front
Cannot
chomper.
believe
no.
what I'm
I did,
hearing.
this one
I
done. Look,
don't care how many have been done.
I've had one, I can actually see
Well,
it.
they
This
call
one
you
here.
Chomp from now on.
There's one
never
tooth.
thought I would ever hear that you
JB.
would head down this path, Spud.
JB, I had to.
The conceited
When,
path
Spud?
of getting the chompers done.
About 6 weeks ago, I had one tooth done, right? 6 weeks ago. Because
Look at Gaz.
for any listener out there, I had an infected root.
Oh, no.
So they took the root filling out, and this is a tooth I got knocked out at the Witchy Proof
I
pub
cannot believe
when I was
it.
17.
Come on, Chomp. Suck it up.
Oh, one tooth. If it was 6 or 10, I'd say fair enough, but it
Just
was the
one
front one.
tooth.
It was sticking out like a... anyway, whatever it was.
Yeah, old ivory. No, Chris.
I'm going home. You pokey.
I can't believe. Look at Spud.
I think it's done irreparable damage. Can we get Tony Jones on the line?
I think we're going to have
Can we
to.
get TJ
Just
on
for
the line?
years,
Tony on the phone.
he's copped it.
I've
For
had
years,
one done.
Chompers has copped it from Spud. How could you be so
chop
vain
that.
as to get your teeth
Mate,
whitened?
I had the one that I got knocked out at the Witchy Proof Hotel
The
at
Witchy Proof
17. And seriously, old knackers Morgan a fella at when I was 20, when I was 18.
Spud, I know they give you about 5 or 6 colour options. Did you go with the off-white?
I must admit, it is a bit too white compared to the other yellow ones. So, I've got to put up with that. But anyway, I might have to put some coffee stain or something on it.
13353. We need the family involved
You
here,
can
Gary.
take a photo of it.
We
Like, it's
need-
one bloody tooth.
Ring
for God's
us,
sake.
ring us with your thoughts on Spud and the fact that he's decided to
Put
go
your
down
name
this
and address on it too, because I need to club someone. Just put your address on it as well.
Spud, I didn't believe it when I heard
Who
it.
told you?
I'm not giving
But
anyone
I did.
up.
I got.
But it's one of the two on your right.
for Don
I
Footy
knew
Franks.
Brayshaw was all over it. Squirmy little bastard. Oh, look at you, Spud. I don't know anything about it. And the worst part about it, you couldn't look me in the eye. He did. So he actually lied and eyeballed me.
I didn't say it wasn't about you. I did never lie
You couldn't
to
look at me in the eye. I knew it was me. But old bloody, I won't swear on radio. I already have probably.
Spud,
I've had one tooth done.
13353. Ring us with your thoughts on the great
anyone-
big rough tough bungaree fullback.
If anyone has had an infected
Who's had
root
dental
of their
work?
tooth,
He had an
No.
infected root.
well, mate, have you had a root full?
I think the media
I'll
crew
fill,
has
I'll
got
fill
to
your head in a minute.
Oh, don't pick on me on this
Oh,
one.
you said you're going to
I
look
had nothing
after
to do
me.
with it.
Well,
I
it gets
think-
piss you off.
that same makeup lady from Fox has said, I think now it's time for the Chompers.
Combine it with the
You
makeup
can call me
game.
Chomp, but not Chompers. I've had one done.
For Don Footy Franks.
Oh, I can't believe
This
it.
is the Saturday
That was
run.
the last thing I expected. I can put those other skeletons back. The boys at Bungaree, hide all evidence. Hide all evidence. I thought it was coming out.